Hey there. How's the break? I haven't been the most forthcoming today about where I've been, and I believe that my apology was lackluster. I know that with the decision that you've made to be with me in this time, if I'm not doing the best, you may be affected by the negativity that I find myself in. I understand that this side of my personality that's come to light isn't very attractive, easy, or enjoyable to be around. I know that with the spottiness of school, work, and other commitments, there's a higher difficulty in maintaining the communication, the transparency, that ease of access to each other, that in the very least, I want to nurture and build with you. This period of time has been one where I found myself to be in rough shape, as I can hope to understand that maybe you might also be going through similarly. And I know that it wasn't the most satisfying or resolving kind of talk on the calls that we've had. I thought it would be useful to me to have something to look back on with this. I don't blame you for being frustrated and hurt at the neglect and insolence that I've shown. I tend to have a habit of hiding the difficulties that I go through in the present moment. And that usually comes to a point where I try to distance myself from my loved ones, trying to deal with it myself if possible. I realize now that this hurts my relationships long term. I won't try to go it alone all the time when I got someone like you with me through it all. I believe that this tendency has come from, as you mentioned, making an attempt to remain strong, remain decisive, and remain normal, even when I don't feel it. I often find myself reluctant to burden others with what I face, both as to keep an image of stability in front of those that I treasure, and additionally, as I attempt to remain considerate of the reality that everybody's got problems. If I don't need the assistance, why trouble them for it? I also tend to keep my distance when I realize I've hurt somebody and there's no way I can take it back. I also just can't quite trust other people yet. I've built up so much inbred resentment towards not only myself. It's reflected in the distance that I put between who I truly am with others and how truly exhausting that I find it all. Maybe I've just become colder, number, apathetic to what others think and say about me, and growing or increasing pace, or what I believe they think about me. And I've just started to care less because I've cared too much in the past. They screwed me over. I screwed them. What's so special about the latest nutcase to play this song and dance with me? Crazy for being with me. You. What do you want from me? I don't have it. I don't need it. I don't need you. I don't believe you. I don't have the energy, or the time, or the patience or decency to play nice with you. Get away from me, as far from me as you can. I have only pain to give. I will redefine what it means to burden someone when it comes to simply communicating the difficulties that I face, with special regard for the alternative, that I alienate them, you, from some of my deepest introspections and self that I can be reluctant to show. That goes double for the way in which I perceive you. Do I truly believe that you're here to help me? Do I truly respect the time and effort that you've already put into what we've got? Do I believe myself? Do I believe myself in hoping that I won't hurt you more than I help you? Do I even have hope anymore? She didn't get with me for the trouble, for the pain. She sees who I can be at my best. And I fear that she will leave if I don't make an effort to keep the time that we spend together as positive and productive as possible. With, additionally, the introduction of my violation to your consent to intimacy. I've had some considerably negative thoughts during my work and my time separate from you. And please understand that this isn't in any way reflective of the person that you've come to know. This is what it looked like to peer into my mind when I was afflicted with mental instability. And for some frequent hours in this time, this is what I went back to, wrongfully. It's bad, and I will show it to you. I couldn't control myself. I couldn't finish this task in time. I couldn't reply to them. I didn't help him. I made that conversation awkward. I wish I was better. I wish that I wouldn't even think. You piece of worthless fucking dog shit trash. You fucking failure. You're a shit stain, you know that? What even bother to get up? You failed every person who even thought to give a shit about you. You're not worth her time. You're not worth his time. You're not worth their time. You're not good. You're a depressed loser who thinks he's worth his fucking weight in gold, strutting around like a fuckboy who needs to be stabbed to learn what it means to lose. You think you've lost things? You think you've suffered enough? You think you can fucking get away from hurting all those people? You remember. That's what you can do. Remember what you did. Remember that you're a shitty, low-class motherfucker. Selfish, prideful, hateful, wrathful, lustful. Can't even stop your dick from doing the talking for you. Fucking better off locked in a psych ward, you piece of autistic trash. You help people to make yourself feel better about your own shitty life. Pussy. You really think the people around you give a shit? You really think that a retarded rat's ass like you needs to be around? Nobody cares. Why don't you just ruin your life? Keep running away. Keep your stupid fucking act up with all your weak trash excuses and see how far that gets you. In a fucking hole in the ground, that's where you belong. You will never say enough. You will never do enough. You will never be enough. You aren't even enough for the air that you're wasting. Right this moment, right now. Waste the fucking space. Waste the fucking time. Waste the fucking love. I hate you. It's all your fault. It was always all your fucking fault, you prick. Acting tough like you forgot about the whiny little bitch you really are. There's nowhere to hide now, fucker. Go to hell. I hate you. I hate you in a way that a father would torture and destroy his daughter's rapist. I hate you with every fiber of my being, a rejection of all that you were, all that you are, and will ever come to be. I will hate you until you never know peace. Never. And I will never let you remember what it's like to be happy anymore. You don't fucking deserve it. Feeling sorry for yourself? Good. You were never worth the pity anyway. You do one good thing. And I say good like you even understand what that means. You do some ass kissing and expect to earn the world for it? You will die. You will die alone. You will die afraid. You will die with regrets that will haunt you to bottomless pits of torment and agony. There's no fucking point in even talking to you anymore. I was gonna fucking miss you anyway. To forget about you. You never mattered. You're better off never even existing. The world's gonna thank you for it. Fucking kill yourself already. Leave the people just keeping you here. That's what you're gonna end up doing and being anyway. God doesn't give a fuck about you. Your loved ones will all leave you anyway. Be a good fucking piece of dog shit and fuck off to the nearest speeding truck. I was fighting it. Trying to do it on my own. Not even with you or with God. It definitely takes a toll on you. Blaming yourself for every little thing that goes wrong in the day. Hating yourself for being imperfect, as you want to be the exact opposite. I seem to catch myself mourning the loss of truth, beauty, and goodness that could have been at times. You love me deeply, and I see that. You want to be with plain old me, and I experienced that. I want the same, for as long as you're willing. And the battle with myself is the main hurdle to get over on that. I'm flesh and blood, and I don't want to be like this. I wish that I wasn't like this. And what hurts me is that you remain kind to me, even when I'm doing things that damage your trust and confidence in me. I don't feel good, and you tell me that I'm good. I don't feel kind, and you remind me that I'm kind. It doesn't matter who expresses it. I remain the same, and that has to change. That side of me, built over years of self-hatred, doubt, and the inability to grow, that needs to leave me and never come back. I love you, girl. My girl. If I can dare to call you that, even if just for a moment. When I say that, it means that the guy you see would suffer. He would tire himself, sacrifice his happiness and future for you, even if you didn't love him back anymore. It means that the words you hear, they're genuine, they're remorseful, and truly happy to be the ones that reach your ears. It means that the smell of coffee, of fresh laundry, of the scent of another human being is not going to leave you. It means that the hand that you feel in yours would stay that way for 1,000 ages, if it could. It means that the care, the humor, the effort, the kindness, the courage, and the strength that you've tasted with your heart isn't something subject to changing. It means that the trust you put in me isn't something to take lightly. And it means that the faith that you put into what we have and what could be is hoped and borne onto winds of great happiness and the necessary change to enact that. I'm sorry. I know I'm always sorry these days. Please forgive me, if possible. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I know that I've hurt you, however small these things may seem. Please know that I will not make any actions with the intent to harm our relationship. I don't know everything. I can't do anything. But I'll learn what I need to know, and I'll do what I can. Be well until I see you again, sometime soon. You're a big idiot.